Jaguar Wright literally told us a couple months ago the next person that was going to go down with Diddy was going to be Jay-Z, and she has been standing on their neck for years now.
So Diddy have on tape, he taped everything. He taped everything and taped everybody.
How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah?
Some suggest there may be a method behind Diddy's ability to sidestep accountability for serious allegations, echoing strategies from his infamous 1999 club case. These calculated moves seem designed to control the narrative, stay ahead of public scrutiny, and turn potential controversies into managed situations.
And as we going towards the boathouse, I look in the distance and there's this man in all black. He's in all black. And he turns and it looked like he had the white collar. I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be positive, but it looked like he had the white collar because Puff said, yo, Gene, stay right here. And I stayed right there and he kept on walking. So when Puff get directly to the dude, he gets down on his knees. When he gets down on his knees, this man takes something and it seemed like it had smoke in it and he started doing it around Puff. And then he went back and forth and then he went up and down with it, sideways with it, then back around him. And then he put it down, and then he put his hand on Puff's head, and I guess he started, saying something. I don't even really know what he said, but I couldn't tell what he said. You understand what I'm saying? Long story short, I see Puff reach into this case. And when he reached into this case, he came out and you could see something white in his hand. I didn't know it was a bird. I didn't know what it was at first, but he threw it up in the air. And when he threw it in the air, it came straight back down like it was a brick and said, pow, on the concrete. And I was like, oh,
Current discussions focus on how those around Diddy may be treading carefully, unsettled by his apparent immunity and mindful of the implications of his return after distancing themselves. In scenarios like this, certain names naturally come up, most notably Jay-Z, as observers speculate, who might be affected next amid unresolved tensions.
He gets to get out, be with his family. They didn't really railroad him like they did R. Kelly.
Interesting how I've been saying that.
Yeah.
Since 2022, I've been talking about acceptable monsters. Hand-selected, hand-picked. Tell me something. How does R. Kelly's music get snatched off the radio?
Why has Diddy's name resurfaced in the spotlight? Jaguar Wright suggests the story goes beyond surface-level headlines, pointing to a pivotal moment involving Diddy and Jay-Z that could have lasting consequences for the hip-hop world. Beneath the fame, she sees a quiet but influential conflict, one that tests loyalty against integrity and the safeguarding of a legacy against facing hard truths.
Diddy. And baby, she wasn't lying, because Jaguar Wright was just on Piers Morgan exposing the out of Jay-Z. Jaguar Wright was calling out Jay-Z for his silence, saying that now he's going to have no choice but to talk because he has connections with Diddy, R. Kelly, Epstein, and Harvey Weinstein. She also said that she has victims that have video footage of these freak-offs and what they do to people, and she said that she saw what Jay-Z and Beyonce were allegedly doing to people. Jaguar Wright even said that Jay-Z is the one that allegedly set up R. Kelly because he knew everything that he was doing and he was doing the same shit. And she said that Jay-Z is the one that funded surviving R. Kelly because his best friend for years is Dream Hampton. And baby, she wasn't lying. Jay-Z and Dream Hampton have been friends for years.
Even during confinement, The pressure surrounding Diddy seems to be mounting. To navigate growing scrutiny, he may seek to divert attention onto others. With Jay-Z frequently mentioned in ongoing rumors, Jaguar Wright hints at a more serious, far-reaching development tied to Diddy 1 that has yet to fully emerge, but could shake the industry more profoundly than anything revealed so far.
But it's another thing when you look at it for what, in my opinion, I believe it actually is.
And what is it?
Demonic, ritualistic behaviors, humiliation rituals, offerings to the devil.
We were just talking about that. Revelation 17, the mystery of Babylon. I don't think people really want to get into that when they talk about mystery Babylon and the abominations and the rituals, the SEX rituals, the traffic to the traffic jam.
I mean, we all know the saying that they have out here, right? They say that the music industry, the film industry, Hollywood and all that is the devil's playground. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. What about you? Leave it in the comment section. Let's talk about it, but let's also continue.
The selling of your body, all that stuff, mystery of Babylon, y'all.
Like, I want y'all to really think about what they were talking about. See, everybody was, the spreading of bodily fluids from one person to another, using one person as a receptacle, and then taking it from that person's body and then putting it and smearing it on.
To understand how events reach this critical point, it helps to revisit when Jay-Z and Diddy dominated hip-hop, shaping not just music but culture itself. Through Rock Nation and Bad Boy, they built powerful brands that influenced style, ambition, and influence for an entire generation. Their high-profile collaborations projected strength and unity. Yet, as Jaguar Wright notes, their connection went beyond a simple partnership. It was anchored in undisclosed realities, matters so consequential that exposing them could threaten everything they had built.
Agent like Jeffrey Epstein, I watched that in a video or something, and it's possible that he came in the game young, because I heard that a story of Gene Deal saying that Diddy had to go meet with the feds. He don't know what it was about, and it was in his earlier part of his career. I wonder if he could have been working with him for all these years. Who knows? Let's talk about it in the comments, but we're going to continue.
SEX magic. Sure enough. Yeah, Jay-Z, he wears Aleister Crowley t-shirts.
Wow. I got dragged.
He had a line of his own clothing. Like, I want you to really think about this.
I got dragged for bringing that to people's attention. They were like, "Oh yeah, he's a conspiracy theorist because he said." I'm like, "No, that's what he wore, and he was with Abramovich." Like, yeah, y'all gotta, who you hang with is who you are.
I'm still trying to understand how people want to sit there and talk about me, and he's sitting there frontal lobe to frontal lobe with a known witch, and people don't question.
And the funny thing is
just thou wilt. Yeah.
The funny thing is when you talk about witches, and I'm still not going to go in on this raccoon of a content creator who decided to shout you out one minute and then try to drag you for going on a platform and saying you said about witchcraft takes one to know one, and he just automatic you're a witch. So the thing is that's another smear campaign, your credibility, and then they go after your.
You want to know what's funny?
I don't want to say I don't want to say religiosity. What is it?
What is what?
No, I'm saying They go after your credit.
Some suggest that Diddy's strongest move to protect himself could be full transparency, disclosing everything as leverage to negotiate an agreement and reveal the hidden connections that have long shielded influential figures from scrutiny.
And Diddy, and nobody believed her. I remember her very first interview years ago saying how Diddy was a trafficker, and everybody thought she was crazy and everybody ridiculed everything she had to say. Well, now does she seem crazy? What I love about Jaguar Wright is watching her time and time again get vindicated on things that she says. Like, it was so crazy back then that nobody wanted to believe it, but now that we are seeing things come to light, how crazy is it actually? I've always been the type that can't stand when people are called crazy because the things that they are saying are hard for a person to believe. This doesn't make a person crazy, and these people wouldn't be saying these things for no reason. We watch it happen time and time again with these situations, just like Cat Williams, just like Michael Jackson, just like Aaron Carter, and even Kanye. I really feel like in 2024, everybody has woken up and seen that all of these people saying this throughout the years, they're not crazy. They're not saying all of this for no reason, and it's something that I've known for years. Jaguar Wright literally told us a couple months ago the next person that was going to go down with Diddy was going to be Jay-Z, and she has been standing on their neck for years now. She's even talked about Jay-Z's alleged relationships with younger people in the past, such as Aaliyah, such as Foxy Brown, such as Rihanna, and
Jaguar Wright emphasizes that a critical part of the story involves Kathy Corona White, who reportedly had a connection to Jay-Z and was expecting his child. According to Wright, Kathy passed away just one day after allegedly planning to speak publicly about that connection. She sees this as central to understanding the unseen forces and unresolved questions that have kept certain industry matters out of public view.
She actually died screaming. And the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect.
Allegations intensify, suggesting that both Diddy and Jay-Z may know the full story of what happened to Kathy, and that Diddy could disclose key information if he chose to cooperate. The bigger question, Wright argues, is whether he ever would. Early signs of tension appeared years ago. Subtle but meaningful moments, like Jay-Z missing one of Diddy's major events and Diddy responding in kind. In an industry where every action is scrutinized, these quiet exchanges carried weight, revealing a growing divide. Adding to this, Roger Bonds, Diddy's former head of security, hinted that far more was unfolding behind closed doors than outsiders could ever fully grasp.
Did you see the two of them interact a lot?
I seen them interact, but I wouldn't say they was close. I believe Puff felt they was close.
Oh.
But if you was a person on the outside looking in, like me and Uncle Paulie used to always talk about it, me and D-Rock would talk about, yo, why Puff kind of like sucking Jay off so much? You know what I'm saying? Cause you'd be like, we done flew to 5 or 6, 7 different concerts that Jay-Z has, but Jay-Z is not at one of Puff's shows. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Rock brunch where Puff will break his neck to get to the brunch, but Jay-Z don't pop up at any of Puff parties. You know, now I can only speak up until 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was breaking his neck. Like at the end of the day, in our mind, we say, yo, he ain't even invite Puff to his wedding. When he married Beyonce, Steve Stout and all them was there. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was kind of in his feelings, but once again.
Oh, Puff was upset he didn't get invited to the wedding?
Of course he was.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But You got to remember, we're security, so we're bottom on a tote pole. So he's not going to show you that it really affects him until you have a little conversation with him, or you say something, or you overhear something. But he didn't get invited to that, you know. Yeah, Jay came through every once in a while. Like if we was in a yacht in San Tropez or one of these places like that, Jay might ride up. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less to show, yeah, I got a yacht too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here too. More or less than we're tight friends. I look at it as two people that's getting money because they did have some businesses together and we did have to go to some meetings together. And it was like, this is how far it goes, but we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like people ask me that all the time. I mean, Jay ain't really with Puff. It was no personal into it. It would be like if Ron Burgos is flying from LA on his jet, but Jay-Z just so happens to be going to New York too. We all end up on the jet flying back, those type of things, but nothing to go out his way. If we in a club, you might be downtown at bed or something like that. Jay-Z might be there. So they end up at the same table. You know what I'm saying? And it was times where I listen to the records now where Jay-Z said, yo, why should I drink Ciroc when why should I drink Grey Goose when Puff got Ciroc? This is something new that just started happening because I remember we almost got into a big altercation with Peckhaz and them because
Rashawn Peckhaz?
Yeah, because Puff was there and Jay and them was there and they had a bunch of Grey Goose bottles come to the table. And Puff felt like, yo, that was disrespectful, and he knocked over the Grey Goose.
Jaguar Wright has repeatedly kept the conversation about Jay-Z and Diddy alive, revisiting her claims over the years and drawing pointed comparisons. She argues that influential figures tied to major controversies like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein follow similar patterns to Kelly and Diddy, in her view. Wright contends that Jay-Z operates with deliberate precision behind the scenes, protecting his public image while others bear the consequences. His influence, she maintains, remains just beyond public scrutiny, quietly shaping events from the shadows.
Enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know.
According to Wright, this is exactly why she believes Diddy could one day turn on Jay-Z. When pressure peaks and self-preservation becomes paramount, she argues, the most strategic move might be allowing long-hidden information to surface. While some may find her statements extreme, she insists she has been sounding these warnings for years. Wright alleges that Jay-Z and Diddy maintain their dominance through calculated influence and tightly controlled systems guiding careers, shaping public narratives, and wielding power behind the scenes in ways most people have yet to fully grasp.
That he may start revealing things about other people.
He has no choice. His ego and his addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it. It's a mess. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter. They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them.
Whether Jaguar Wright's claims are true or not, they have reignited one of hip-hop's most heated discussions. How much remains hidden beneath fame, wealth, and silence? She is not alone in scrutinizing the Diddy-Jay-Z dynamic. Observers like Osino note a clear pattern in Diddy's story, how quickly former allies, particularly Jay-Z, distance themselves. Once equals and self-made moguls who ruled the industry side by side, when challenges arose for Diddy, Jay-Z appeared to step back almost immediately, safeguarding his reputation, as if anticipating the upheaval long before anyone else.
Videos are being heavily suppressed. You know, I gotta read you guys this. It's funny. It's like they really want to corral everywhere I go and who I talk to and what I say. Oh, hold on. Where is it? Oh, I don't have it in here. I sent myself the wrong one. No, that was a long. Oh, but then there is this. Oh, did you see this? Have you seen this? Yeah. Jaguar Wright almost unalived by Diddy's hitman. Noah Jacob, TV. I shouted him out once before. I guess they paid you real good. You fake Christian piece of crap. Bearing false witness. You call yourself a Christian? Bearing false witness, you stupid little kid. Because if you think I'm not going to come after your platform, and if you think I'm not going to make sure that everybody goes to your platform and report you for the lies you told, with your AI evidence video that you put up.
Yeah, damn.
Do you know what the video said? That number one, it said Diddy's hitman. But
despite numerous public appearances together, Jay-Z reportedly began treating his relationship with Diddy with minimal personal connection, framing every interaction strictly as professional. Osino observes that Jay-Z's demeanor shifted to calculated detachment. For him, it wasn't about friendship, it was about survival. He recognized that staying publicly associated with Diddy during turbulent times could put his own reputation at risk. New claims suggest Jay-Z's ties to known informants are under scrutiny, with some alleging he may be quietly navigating the fallout to protect himself while remaining indirectly involved in the controversy surrounding Diddy.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do none of the stuff he was doing before, though, as far as business-wise.
Look, Puff Daddy and Jay-Z were considered peers at one point. Now, Jay-Z and Diddy are not talked about in the same
Jay-Z
sentence.
got the fuck away from that shit fast. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z was like, yeah, I don't know him. I know him, but not like that.
Yo, the niggas got like 80 pictures together, all type of parties.
I know, of course they know each other.
Hov said, listen, I don't know. Hov said, you know, Hov ain't going for Hov. I don't know, boy. We did it. We was together a couple times. I don't know, boy. I don't got no.
Within the industry, Perez's background is well known. She previously cooperated with federal authorities in a high-profile case, a matter part of the public record. For Osket, it raises questions how someone with that history could rise to a leadership role at Roc Nation under a figure whose reputation was rooted in street credibility, suggesting possible federal connections or discreet oversight. Gondal further posits that the Diddy story extends far beyond any single individual, pointing instead to a hidden network operating largely out of public view.
First, Kanye West concerned.
Here's the thing, right? Kanye, and I know some of the people around him, it's like Kanye can no longer do a lot of things he could do before.
Like what?
he can't tour in Europe. He can't tour in America. He has to go to like China, South Korea, like Brazil. There's only a few places in the world that'll book him. He can't even go into Australia. Like Australia said that the Hail Hitler song got him banned to even enter the country, even though his wife is Australian. He wasn't even trying to perform. They wouldn't even let him in the country. Listen, you start doing songs like Hail Hitler, you become a symbol of hatred to the world.
That's like one of the worst people you could ever try.
You know, I interviewed the dude that wrote that song, Dave Bluntz. You know, the big...
Okay, what's that? Write this song?
Nah, well, he performed it though. I mean, it's still his song. But yeah, no, Dave Bluntz wrote it. He also wrote the cousin song, the one about giving his cousin head. And I asked him, I'm like,
so what's this guy? What's this guy that wrote the songs? Is he
Dave Bluntz? He's like the 600-pound rapper.
Tapes, and I want you to give more clarity. So you believe they only got Puffy because they wanted these tapes? But what do you think is on these tapes,
bro? You got to realize you got people like Prince Harry. Prince Harry was at a Diddy party. You got some of the same Universal executives. Diddy made it cool for, I'm just gonna say it like this, man, whites to hang out with the hood dudes. Dude from the hood, he made it cool and safe for them to hang out with the white executives. They used them for that. They used them enough, whereas that now you got white executives doing Diddy-like parties. Remember the dude from, Frantic? The clothing line, the sports line? They was mad because they didn't get invites to his party because he was doing white parties, doing parties like Diddy. Now I ain't talking about the freak off party part of it, but I'm just saying he was doing those parties and everybody, there was rappers, or I think Stephen A. Smith said something about he was upset that he didn't get no invite. So it was those parties that everybody want to be at. So Diddy have on tape, he taped everything.
If these claims prove accurate and additional high-profile figures come under scrutiny, it could allow Jay-Z and his wife to consolidate influence over the business side of the industry with significantly less competition. Many speculate that Jay-Z may eventually face his own challenges, though likely not in the immediate future. He is reportedly well protected, and it took years to build a case strong enough to target Diddy. Observers note that Jay-Z has never hesitated to distance himself from allies when it suited his interests. Should Diddy choose to come forward, it could place Jay-Z squarely under the microscope, potentially part of a larger, calculated strategy for ultimate control.